Welcome back, everyone. So I've been talking about all these different Samsung, iPhones, LG phones, and really top 5 reasons why you should pick them up in 2020, but I still have not done one for one of my favorite, probably my top 3 favorite phones that came out last year, and one of them was the Samsung Galaxy S10, and I want to talk about why you should still pick one up in 2020 and some top 5 reasons, but honestly this is more than top 5 because I've probably put like 7 or 8 on here. So the very first reason why you should pick this phone up in 2020, as I've said with all my other phones before and all these other comparisons and videos, honestly the depreciation of price in this phone has gone down like crazy. When this phone first came out, I paid pretty much about $1,000 for it, which was realistic. It was a good price to pay. It was bringing a lot to the table. Plus I had to do all those comparisons on it, so I had to pay for it one way or another. And the Samsung Galaxy S10 right now, within the first 2 months of that phone's release, it went down like crazy. I have no idea. It was completely inappropriate. I don't know why they did that. But this phone right now does not cost almost $1,000. It barely even costs $500 for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of these go on Amazon for less than $500, which is a very, very good price to pay for a phone like this. And to give you some perspective, even Amazon might be a little bit too expensive. The quality ends up being better at the end of the day, but I ended up picking up a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, which is a more expensive model. And I paid actually less than $400 for that phone, a couple months ago. Now, it wasn't in the best condition and it had a lot of issues, so I'd still probably recommend going through Amazon. But still, these phones are super cheap now. They're not extremely cheap, but they're a very good price to pay for a phone that is, only one generation behind in terms of a flagship phone. So the depreciation in price is a huge one. Now, I tend to talk about this next thing, combined with the build quality and everything, but I figured I might as well keep this thing separate. The screen is still amazing on this phone compared to my phones like the Galaxy S20 and those phones. In my opinion, the quality of the display, and when you're looking at it, I feel like the S10s might even be better than the S20s. I think that's just me. Maybe I'm just kind of thinking things. I'm kind of crazy sometimes, but the screen is still so good on the Galaxy S20. The screen is still so good on the S10. You don't have the 120 Hz like you do on the S20, but the quality is still great. It's still 1440p. That hole punch display still looks really good, and honestly, it's a very good display at the end of the day. I have yet to find another phone that's panel looks even better than this one, even with the S20. Samsung makes really, really good panels, and for sure at the end of the day, the Samsung Galaxy S10 has a very good panel, and you're definitely going to still feel like you have a flagship phone at the end of the day when you use this phone. So the screen is still really, really good in my opinion. Now the next thing, the triple camera setup on the back is still an amazing aspect of this phone. You have an ultra wide telephoto and a wide angle lens. The camera quality on this phone was amazing at that time, and it's still extremely good. I compared it to all my phones, including my iPhone 11 Pros, my 11 Pro Maxes. I compared this camera quality against all my phones, and it still holds up. And every time I use this phone now, it's still an extremely good panel for this phone. So for sure, at the end of the day, the camera quality on this phone is still amazing. And really, whatever you're going to do with it, you're going to have a very good time using this phone. So for sure, the camera quality is still thumbs up in my opinion. Now this next thing, this phone has wireless charging. We all know that. That's kind of a given for all these phones coming out now. But this phone also has reverse wireless charging, which is very, very cool. Whether you use it or not, that's a futuristic feature that, we used to dream of just a couple years ago. But now, this phone actually has it, and it had it last year. And obviously the S10e had it, the S20 has it now, and all these phones, even the OnePlus 8 Pro has it. But it's still a really cool thing that this phone has that capability of doing so. So whether you're using it for your Samsung Galaxy Buds or you're using it to charge another phone, it's still an extremely cool thing. And I think that's one feature that Apple should learn from and incorporate into their own phones. So for sure, the reverse wireless charging is a really cool thing. Now this last thing, I combined 3 different things, and these things could even be 3 separate reasons in and of itself, but the build quality, this phone still feels like an extremely premium phone. Every time I pick it up and do a comparison with it or whatever, it's honestly, it doesn't get much better than this. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. It feels super thin. It has such a fierce type of design. It looks really good, and the build quality still feels great in the hands for sure. This phone also has a memory card slot, which is really cool. All these phones coming out, even all these Android phones, half of them that used to have memory cards don't even have them anymore. The Samsung Galaxy S10 still has that capability. The S20 still has that capability too, which is really cool. But for sure, the Samsung Galaxy S10 having that memory card support is an amazingly amazing thing, and I really do love that about it. And the last thing, bro, the performance is still awesome on this phone. It's definitely not the greatest, and definitely the S20 is faster, but it's still an extremely good, powerful phone. anything you throw at it will be perfectly fine. And I think for sure at the end of the day, the performance of this thing is still top tier. So that honestly pretty much covers it up, guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.